Sal, you recently teamed up with the Trevor Project for Suicide Prevention Month, which is this month, and the Talk to Me campaign. Do you want to talk about how you kind of got to be a part of this and why you did what you did?
Well, a few years ago, I had a really good friend of mine commit suicide, and it was like a really shocking thing for me. They reached out to me and they asked if I wanted to be a speaker this year for the project, and I said definitely. I mean, we've all had friends who've reached that point, even if they haven't actually gone over the edge. And I think it's just something to bring awareness to, especially in today's time. You know, I hear a lot of stories of kids just taking their lives, and they don't realize that, you know, a few months from now, it can be a completely different situation. So sometimes you just need somebody to tell you that everything's okay, and just let people know that you're there to speak to them.
And did you make a video, or how were you actually a part of the project?
They asked me to make a video and just promote the Talk to Me campaign, which is pretty much a campaign to just let people know that you're there to talk to, and they're just trying to get the word out. So if anybody ever feels like they're trapped and they have no one to talk to, you know, you're just letting people know that you're there.
And it's cool that you did that. I think that, you know, especially for young people or just people in general, to see people that they look up to already, you know, someone maybe like you in a band that, you know, that it's someone other than just their parent or a sibling or an aunt or an uncle or something, you know, telling them. So that's awesome that you did that. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that most of the people that were doing it were like a lot of like pop artists and like Glee and stuff like that. And I thought it'd be cool if, you know, I thought
Get
it was
a rock
cool
band in there.
Yeah, I thought it was cool that they approached for that, because I didn't think it really fit their thing, but it did. So that's awesome.
Excellent. Well, what's the next song that you'd like to do for us this afternoon?
On that note,
I know I didn't want to totally downer it, but I wanted to make sure that we touched on that since you were a part of that. So from gay porn to suicide to porn star dancing. Oh.
Just another interview with My Darkest Days, folks.
Casual sex.
Covering that spectrum we talked about earlier, right?
Well, we went through gay porn, suicide, and now we're on to debaucherous sex. Or did we already talk about that as well?
It's coming for a full circle.
Coming back. We're talking about it.
Live with My Darkest Days in Studio East, 95 Will Rock, the rock station.
You'll never meet my mom, strings will never be attached. We'll always get along, cause it doesn't have to last. And anytime I call, you don't have to call me back. I'm never gonna fall, but I'm never hard to catch. She says she's cool with it, she's down with it. There's nothing wrong with it, cause it's easier this way. She's so cool with it, she's down with it. There's nothing wrong with it, don't want it any other way. It's just your typical hardcore casual sex. You're single but we're lovers, crazy for each other. Just your typical hardcore casual sex. We're wild under the covers, crazy for each other. Yeah. Listen, we don't have to go on dates, you don't have to like my friends. I won't get in your face if we're making out the plans. You're tired of the taste, you can try and not the blend. My heart will never break, I'm just here to break the sweat. That's why she's cool with it, she's down with it. There's nothing wrong with it, cause it's easier this way. She's so cool with it, she's down with it. There's nothing wrong with it, don't want it any other way. It's just your typical hardcore casual sex. We're single but we're lovers, crazy for each other. Just your typical hardcore casual sex. Wild under the covers, crazy for each other. Yeah. Crazy for each other. Yeah. That girl is cool with it. Yeah. Yeah. That girl is down with it. Yeah.